In equities, Asian markets ended the week mixed following a Wall Street sell-off as oil prices hit a 9-month high on concerns about the growing crisis in Iraq, but Hong Kong and Shanghai reversed losses following upbeat Chinese data. New York's three main indexes took a hit after reaching new highs over news that jihadists were pushing towards Baghdad after taking a town to the north, following the capture of two Iraqi provincial capitals this week. The Dow fell 0.65% and the S&P 500 lost 0.71%, both having hit record highs earlier in the week, and the Nasdaq sank 0.79%. US President Barack Obama raised the prospect of possible airstrikes when he said his national security team is looking at all the options. European stock markets have closed in the red, with airlines hit hard by higher oil prices caused by spreading unrest in Iraq. London's FTSE 100 index of top companies sank 0.95%, weighed down also after Bank of England Governor Mark Carney hinted at a rate hike sooner than expected. In currencies, the US dollar and euro rose against the yen on Friday after the Bank of Japan said it would stand pat on its stimulus program despite fears over April's sales tax hike. The pound surged to a 5-year peak against the euro after Carney warned the BOE could hike its main interest rate from a record low 0.5% sooner than markets expected. Against the dollar, the euro eased to end the week near its recent lows near the 1.35 level. In metals and energy, Brent oil soared to a 9-month high as investors fretted over spreading unrest in crude producer Iraq, traders said. Gold hit a 2.5-week peak as investors sought a safe haven investment. The Iraqi government bolstered Baghdad's defenses on Friday as jihadists pushed towards the capital, and President Barack Obama said he is examining options short of sending ground troops to help Baghdad counter the Sunni extremist offensive. Prices had already been rising because U.S. production, while high, hasn't been enough to overcome a tight global market. There have been outages and geopolitical conflicts in several of the world's oil-producing regions this year. Iraq has pumped out about 3.5 million barrels of oil a day this year. Much of that comes from the south, away from the conflict with sectarian militants, but there is increasing concern that the conflict could spread and that the Iraqi government is losing control, analysts said. The Iraq oil minister, speaking at a meeting of the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries in Vienna on Wednesday, described Iraq's southern oil-producing sites that include the export terminal at Basra as very, very safe.